What is going on, everybody? So today me and Remi went out on the lake, out on the river here in Marion, the Missisinawa River, and we smashed the smallies. I mean, we absolutely killed them. A lot of our fish catches are not on camera. I just didn't really want to turn the camera on yet. When I pulled up out there, guys, I was just kind of like, I really don't want to be out here. It's cold. I don't want to uncover the boat. I was coming up with all kinds of excuses, but finally, the fish won me over, and we headed out on the water. I hope you all enjoy this video coming up. Stay tuned for the end, as I'm going to go through some of the baits that I was using and a couple rods. I'm testing out some new rods, and I hope y'all enjoy. What's up, everybody? I'm going to go out here on the river here and see if we can catch some smallmouth. I got a couple new baits I'm going to be testing out that may replace a lot of my smallmouth tackle for wintertime fishing. But I'm also testing out a couple of new rods. So come along with me and we'll see how they do. Catch y'all in a few. Back, Remi. Get it back, bud. Remi. There we go. Remi, go get a hook in your face. There's a nice little smallmouth on a jerkbait. As you can see, it's snowing. Air temps around 20 degrees. Water temps at about 38.5. And first one on jerkbait. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead and do your test. Come here. Did that one pass the lab test? All right, good. I'll throw the camera on the chest rig here in a moment. I'm gonna make a couple more casts here. So since me and Remi went out on the water today, even though it's cold, snowing, cold water, didn't think we was gonna catch anything, hit that like button for me. Me and Remi would greatly appreciate it. See if they want a jig. There was one. He hit it, come running at me with it. There we go. Another nice smallmouth. Oh, come on now. Damn, he is feisty. All right. Wow. I got him hooked from the outside and through the inside. All right, that's a nice little 2 pound, 2 1/4 pound smallmouth. I'll take it. You can give him a kiss. Did he pass the lab test? All right. See if we can get another one. That one there knocked the fire out of it too. Uh-oh. Knew that was gonna happen. There it goes. God. A smallmouth come up and grabbed it when I popped it loose. All right. Little guy, but I'll take him. In this kind of conditions, I'll take it. Remi. He actually ate it. There we go. I'll take that all day long. Here you go, boy. No, he too small for the lab test. All right. Now what I'm using right here, guys, this jig. This is a new jig that I've picked up, and I'll go over it more later. But this one here is a 3/8 ounce, and I've paired it up with a twin tail Yamamoto grub, and that's just it's deadly. But I'll go over that later on. Let's see if we can get another one. Yeah, must have rolled a piece of stick or something over. All right. All right, in the back, buddy. Go on. Let's see if we can get one on Ned rig. Haven't caught a smallmouth on a Ned rig for a while. Oh, he come off. See if another one will grab it. Remi, hush. I'm working on it, bud. I'm working on it. There he is. That's a good fish. He's heading out deep water. I love these smallmouth. Come on, boy. Come here, big guy. There we go, boy. Oh, did he get lab approved? Is he lab approved, bud? There we go. There's the one on the Ned rig. All right. Dang, he choked that jig. Here we go. Another nice chunky 2-pounder. Oh, ho, 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 ho. We getting them, buds. There we go. There's another one. Get that out of the way here. I don't want that to be seen just yet. All right, let's see if we can get another one on jerkbait. Yeah, we got them fired back up. That one there wanted it worked a little more aggressive. That's why, because he's a smaller one. Hey, Remi, get out of the way. But he's a pretty one. He ate that one there pretty good too. And get the pliers. Remi, in the back. Go on, dingus. If I've got him unhooked now or not. There we go. All right. That's a nice little school of smallmouth here. Oh, too far up. Got him. This little guy, just a little guy. Whee! Ho 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 ho. Num nums. All right. All right, got another one on jerkbait. Feels like a pretty good one here. Yep, it is a good one. Ooh. All right, there we go. I got another hook in him. Back, Remi. Oh, my first hook come out. All right. I hate it when they get hooked in the bottom of the jaw. All right. I can't even see where the hell he got hooked. Shoot. All right. Let's see if we can get him unhooked now. All right, there we go. Another one, 2.5 pounds. See if we can get another one. That one there ran my slack out. There's another one. This one here also ran the slack out. "20-degree weather, water temperatures 38.5, and we're out here just slaying these smallies. I love it. All right, relax, dude. See that second split ring right there, guys? That's what I was talking about the other day. Modify your jerk baits to get them to suspend. This is a Berkeley Cutter 90. Put the extra split ring on, and it'll make it suspend. And here's what you get off of it. Let's see if we can get another one. I done drifted back too far. Back, Remi. There we go. There's one. This feels like good fish right here too. He's dogging. He's not a bad one. He's pretty. Nice dark one. Come here, buddy. Don't make me get my hands wet. Ouch. Oh, got me. Got him. Come on up here, lab tester. Oh, I think he's approved. I think the lab approved that one. The other one, 2.5 pounds. All right, if I can find a spot to get out of the wind, guys, I'll sit down and kind of explain this to y'all. But I'm not seeing anywhere to really get out of the wind right now. I may have to wait till we get to the truck. Another one. A little better one. Give him a kiss. So today was pretty awesome. I definitely didn't expect to catch the amount of fish that I caught today, but the key part of what I was doing is on these deep holes where these schools of fish will sit during the cold water periods. You know, they have a slope on the front and a slope on the back, up current, down current. And what will usually happen is these fish will push up when they're active and feeding. They'll push up onto that down current slope where the water's coming back up out of the hole or going over top of the hole. There's a slope there, and they'll sit up on top of it and feed as things get pushed to them, or they'll sit on the up current side right below the lip of the drop off, and sit there. I typically have found, for me personally, I do better fishing the down current side, which is what I was doing. If you notice in the video where the on the rock wall where the little concrete pad is, there's 2 tires there where somebody used to tie their boat up, and that's almost the top of that lip. It's coming up out of 8 feet of water into 4 foot of water right there. And you'll notice that's where 90% of my bites came from, was within probably 5 feet, maybe 8 feet in front of those tires. That's where most of my bites came from. Granted, I was throwing up in front of it, but I was dragging my bait back down and then up that little rise there. That one there in particular is kind of gradual. It's not a real steep. It kind of gradually comes up. That's where most of my bites came from. That's where almost 80% of the fish that I caught were right there, just in front of those tires. Now, the main baits that I was using today, I'm not going to bother showing you all a Ned rig. That one's pretty easy. You'll see it in the video. That one I was throwing on a on an 7 foot medium number 8 Tackle Company blackout rod. I know they're not made anymore. I'm looking for alternatives right now. That one, same reel, just a different color. This is a Cinetic Crafty 3500 series. I prefer a 3500 over a 3000. They're very similar in size, but I prefer the bigger spool. But anyways, this is 6 pound test Seagar Red Label, and it's I think this one here has 20. No, this one has 15 pound test braid as my main line with a 6 pound test leader. But this rod here, this is a 7 foot medium heavy, and I was throwing a hair jig on this one, and the trailer is what's unique. I'll pop it off of here. This is a Venom Lures. It's their little mini chunk, and I like using a brown jig with a little bit of orange or red in it, because you'll notice a lot of the crawfish they got some red in them this time of the year, or they'll be black and blue predominantly. But it's just like lipless crankbaits and crankbaits. Winter, early spring, throw red. Well, we're matching that. But this is not the jig that I was really hoping to show you guys. I ended up breaking the only 2 that I had. I ended up breaking them off before I even turned the damn camera on. But this is very similar to it, except the head design. This one here is a 5/16. Yes, I believe this one here is a 5/16 ounce ball head. Now the other one that I really like is it's a 1/4 ounce, also made by Venom Lures. It's called their $100,000 jig, something like that. But it comes pre-rigged with a small piece of plastic worm on the shank of the hook, kind of like what I've got here. Mine's a little bit bigger. I was going for a bigger profile with this bait. But it's to keep your chunk hanging straight on the back of that jig. That way it won't, slide up around the collar and whatnot. But what I really like about that $100,000 jig is it incorporates living rubber alongside of the hair. It's got a little bit of marabou in it, I believe. For those of you that tie your own flies, you'll know what I'm talking about. A little bit of I think it's either rabbit or deer hair, I can't remember. But it's a really light wire hook. It has a wire weed guard. I hate those, but it's nature of the beast. I was really impressed with that jig. I didn't hardly even have to set the hook. It was just reel up and crank. But that jig really impressed me. It's probably a third of this size. It's a really small, compact jig, and it uses a stand-up head, so when that thing's sitting on the bottom, it's presenting the chunk up, kind of like the defensive posture of a crawfish. But anyways, for throwing a jig with a weed guard, I like to move up to a medium heavy. I just feel more confident about that. Now that Venom Lures jig, because of its super light wire hook and the really thin weed guard on it, if I had to do it all over again, I'd throw it on another medium action. I wouldn't bother with, medium power. I wouldn't bother with a medium heavy. But that's the spinning rods out of the way. They're both rigged identical, same size reel. Same size line and leader. The only difference is the other one is a medium power and it had a Ned rig on it. But now, the jerkbait rod, now this is one of the new rods that I'm kind of playing around with. I don't want to get on the bandwagon for the ducket rods, but this 6'10" right here, I am really, really liking. This is their medium power. I've been throwing crankbaits on this thing and love it. Now I've got this one here paired with a Abu Garcia Revo X Gen 4. This reel is really, I'm really starting to like this reel. It's got the wide spool on it, so if I want to throw it on my big cranking rods, I can during the summertime when I don't want to wear myself out trying to burn a 5.4 to 1 gear ratio reel. But anyways, I was throwing a 90 series Berkeley cutter. Now this is, again, with one of my little modifications. This one here actually was pretty close to suspending. I just had to throw a single split ring on it, and it got it to sit right where I would stop it. But this rod and reel combo, I am really liking. I hate to say it, but I might end up getting some more ducket rods. I've got their 7.6 heavy, or extra heavy, that I'm going to flip and throw Carolina rigs with. Might even throw a football jig on it because it has a soft enough tip. I feel okay doing that. But then here's another jig that I am really liking right now. And this is a jewel bait finesse flipping jig. It's got a little beefier hook on it. And it's a rather unique head style. It's very similar to the Strike King Hack Attack jigs. But this one here, I'm throwing it with a Okuma Sirius reel, a Gary Yamamoto twin tail grub. It's hard to beat the Gary Yamamotos. They're soft, just like their Senkos. Nobody else has really been able to duplicate the quivering action as well as what the Senko produces. But anyways, this one here is in peanut butter jelly. During the winter months, the crawfish tend to get more of a brown color to them. Green pumpkin, a really dark green pumpkin, or a brown. So I went with a peanut butter and jelly jig with the green pumpkin candy. This green pumpkin candy trailer, and then just dyed the tips, a little bit of orange in them. That's a really good color this time of the year. But then I'm throwing this on a 7'1" medium heavy St. Croix Mojo bass. I'm digging these rods a little bit. I've only bought a couple extra rods of each brand to test out how I like them. And so far, I prefer the duckets over these Mojo bass. They're lighter. more balanced. These Mojos, they're a little bit tip heavy, and if you're out there flipping all day, this thing will wear you out having that extra weight at the tip. I'm getting ready to order a couple of Abu Garcias to test out the new Veritas. I'm trying to get away from the white rods, but so far I'm failing miserably at it. It's hard to get away from something that you know. But anyways, yeah, I hope you all enjoy the video, and we'll catch you all